Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So today, you guys, we're going to talk about benzodiazepines, aka Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, Ativan. We're going to talk all about my experience with benzos. But before we get into that, if you don't mind, could you please give this video a thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I do drop content every single day. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you, you will not regret it. We have a really good time over here and it's like a family. It's a really, really good place. So, and you guys make it good. So I couldn't do it without y'all. And last but not least, please click the bell so that way you will be notified when I do upload and when I go live. Now, for those of you guys that are new to the channel, I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Monday nights, we're starting a new step study out of the Narcotics Anonymous basic textbook. And then on Wednesdays, I upload either story times or we have interviews on. And on Fridays, we have Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. So that's a meeting that we have and it's very interactive. You can come and you can either sign on in the chat and come up on the screen with me, or you can just chat with your peers in the comments, or you can call in on the Real Talk Recovery phone line. So it's growing. Every Friday we have new people and more people. So it's really a good support group. And I hope you guys will come and check it out. Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So the reason I'm making a video about benzodiazepines is because I've had 3 different people reach out to me this week that are struggling with coming off of Xanax. I think 2 people reached out that were on Xanax and 1 that was on Klonopin. So, okay. First of all, I want to get this out of the way and let you guys know that I do know that there are some people that need to be on these medications, and those people, like, I don't want you to feel any shame around you using that medication. If it's helping you to have a better quality of life and you're not abusing it, then, you know, you do what you need to do for you to be healthy and happy. Okay? This is for people who struggle with benzodiazepines. Maybe you overtake them. Maybe you're buying them off the street and, you know, have an addiction to them. That's what happened to me. So, before I ever got addicted to benzos, I was prescribed them. I had a legitimate prescription from my family doctor. I was prescribed the 0.5 Xanax for about 6 months, and then I was bumped up to the blues, okay? The 1 milligrams, I think they are, yeah. And so I started out on the pink ones, and I was bumped up to the blue ones. And I was on those for another 2 years prescribed. Now, I was on them for a legitimate reason. I worked a job and I worked for the state, and that job was so stressful, you guys. People would come in and they would be mad because they had to pay their sales tax on their vehicles, or they had to pay property tax, and they would be so angry and they would take it out on us, the cashiers that had to collect their money. And so it was just like all the time I was getting yelled at that job. And I remember coming home in the afternoons and just crying and crying. And so I got on that medication and it helped me at my job. But then what also happened is I started abusing it. I was already in my addiction and I didn't tell my doctor the truth. I was dishonest. I didn't tell him that I was struggling with methamphetamine and other, you know, drugs, with methamphetamine, cocaine, alcohol, marijuana, and opiates. I didn't say anything, and I went in there and I got on Xanax, and it only made my situation even worse. Because once I got that first feeling of how it felt to overtake benzos, I loved it. I loved just feeling like I was invisible. Like I could go in somewhere and do whatever I wanted and nobody was going to see me, and I could just walk out with all the confidence in the world. That's how Xanax made me feel. It made me feel invisible. It made me feel superhuman. It gave me so much confidence. Well, that was short-lived because, you know, after I started taking it and overtaking it, my doctor called me in to count my medication and I was short. And so he ended up completely taking me off of it and without a taper. And so, of course, I knew right away, like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Like, I'm going to be so bad. It's going to be bad. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up buying them off the street. So I never, even though he took the prescription from me because he was accusing me of selling them. Now, I was not selling them. I was eating them. He took the prescription from me, cut me cold turkey, you guys, and then I just started buying them off the street. Now, first of all, I didn't know that when you were cut cold turkey that it could damn near kill you. And now that I know that, I look back and I think how irresponsible my doctor was and how he had no idea what kind of medication he was giving me. And this has happened to so many other people. That's why I'm so fortunate, you guys, to have met Dr. B, and I'm going to link his channel in the description, in the comment section of this video, because he has put up, I think, 3 videos about benzodiazepines, and the last video he put up was how to properly get off of them. And so, for those of you guys that are struggling, I really want you guys to go over there and check out his channel. So, he knocked me off of them cold turkey, and I just automatically started buying them off the streets. I had already been in the drug game. I knew people who sold them. I knew people who had other things like somas and hydros, and so I was just buying them off the streets. I was taking upwards to 7 to 10 Xanax bars a day. 7 to 10, okay? I would take handfuls of Klonopins, okay? And then I would go to work and I would drive my car and I would go to the store, and it was like my life was in such a blur because I was in just, I wasn't there. I was off in another land, and I was so intoxicated off of benzodiazepines that I can't believe that I didn't like wreck my car. Now, there is a time where I took so many that I crashed my car into a brick wall, and I was taking my husband to the hospital. He was having a seizure, and I was high on Xanax, and I drove by 3 hospitals and slammed into a brick wall. And so that's what happens to me when I take Xanax. That's what happens to me when I take any benzo. I overtake it. I just cannot take it as prescribed. I just can't, you guys. It's just, I can't. So the question that I've been getting asked quite frequently is, am I ever going to feel normal again? And I've had this question pop up many times, but I wanted to make this video for someone that reached out to me on Instagram. And I have to tell you guys, I was taken off of Xanax again when I got sober in 2015, cold turkey. I went into detox and I was completely cold turkeyed off of benzos. The only thing that they gave me was blood pressure medicine and Suboxone. And I think they might have gave me Librium. I can't really remember. But it was very dangerous. I was being medically monitored, so it was good because I was in a detox, and that's what I recommend. If you're someone who is coming off of benzos and you can't taper, or you just don't know how to do it, get into a detox or reach out to a doctor who is educated and knows how to taper someone properly. And that's where, like Dr. B, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to properly taper somebody. So, I was completely off 2015, and you guys all know what happened. I went to treatment. I came out of treatment. I got on Suboxone, and I've been on Suboxone and Lexapro ever since, and it's been almost 5 years. In July, I'll have 5 years. I'm trying to really think back to that first month or two after I got out of treatment. I remember going through a lot of brain fog. Things were very blurry. My anxiety was worse when I came off of Xanax. It was like my fight or flight would kick in out of nowhere, and my heart would just be beating, and I would be a nervous wreck. And those kind of things kept happening for the first year of me being off of Xanax. It was probably not until about 18 months into my recovery, 18 months sober, that I feel like I started to just not feel these intense feelings of anxiety, these really bad like zaps in my brain, and just like, I don't know how to explain it any other way than zaps, and then just forgetting stuff, forgetting things that I should like know, like my date of birth, like just the brain fog was so intense. But you know, I feel 100% better than I ever did when I was getting high on pills or any other drug. And it's, like I said, it's been 4.5 years. July will make 5. So for those of you that are trying to come off of Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, I really want you guys to listen to me. It's so important to get yourself involved in some kind of program of recovery. Whether you start doing recovery coaching and you hire someone to coach you, whether you join a free program like AA or NA, Celebrate Recovery, Refuge Recovery, Smart Recovery, but it's so crucial to get involved in something that's going to help keep your mind distracted from the way you're feeling, okay? Get involved with friends, get into some therapy, and it'll make a big difference in the way you feel. I cannot stress enough how important it is to find a doctor that is going to advocate for you and work with you when you're trying to come off of these kind of medications like benzodiazepines. I'm going to link all of Dr. B's social media stuff down below, his Instagram, his Patreon, his YouTube, everything, for those of you guys that might be struggling and want to reach out to him, because he really can give you guys a lot more information than I can. The only thing I can do with you guys is share with you my experience and let you know that I was so addicted to benzos. I took handfuls every day, and today I don't do that, and today I feel good, and today I'm happy. So I hope that helps encourage you guys. I love y'all so much, and for those of you guys that are a part of my Patreon, I'll see you guys tonight at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye guys.